Hey guys, my name is Muska and welcome to Overwatch Central. As you may have seen yesterday, there's been a lot of talk about the next Overwatch event. We're sort of coming around to that time where people are starting to expect more and more stuff. And this is the first time we've seen more of a sort of leak or proper info at least about the event that's not speculation based on what devs have talked about or whatever. So let's get straight into it, as there's some stuff that's been talked about already, but also some stuff that I haven't seen anyone make a video on and I want to talk about in this one. So initially we all thought that Uprising would return and it would be called Uprising again. Or at least that's what we kind of assumed. We knew it'd be a similar style of event featuring Overwatch lore and story, but that was pretty much it. Now in the latest PTR update though, there were all sorts of stuff really, but among that of course the voice lines from last year's Uprising event now being marked with Archives instead, as you can see here. You can unlock these voice lines in the Archives event, and it's using the same icon as we saw in the Uprising event as well. But yeah, this goes for pretty much all the heroes. You can see pretty much all the heroes have this icon and this Archives event thing listed, which confirms that the event is coming soon and that it'll be called Archives, but there is also some more stuff. First off, Gibraltar. I was surprised that nobody really mentioned this because this is a pretty big deal. The last spawn room for the defenders on the Gibraltar map on the PTR is just missing. It's just not there at all. If you spawn, you just fall straight to your death straight away. There's nothing to land on. I think you can maybe land on the table if you're lucky, but even that's probably very hard to do. But yeah, this seems really weird as we rarely see map details changing or missing at all, unless they've been messed with for an event or something along those lines. It's basically the whole room that's missing and not the props in it, which makes a lot of sense as the props are a separate sort of model. So yeah, this could definitely be used for a spawn room in the new Archives event, or maybe just even a menu background. We see a lot of the different menu backgrounds, and I can definitely see a sort of Archives mission select screen with that room as a background, or just something along those lines, as that room is kind of like an Overwatch meeting room type of thing. But yeah, I definitely wanted to mention that, as it just seems a little bit too odd that we're seeing some Archives things leak into this update and this patch, and then have this happen too. The Archive name as well, and the teasers around that we saw last year, but also just leading up to other stuff here, all seem to tie into the same thing. We saw Archives even be used in the last year teaser for the Uprising event, as that whole King's Row mission was a mission file sort of taken out of the Overwatch Archives, or at least that's kind of the lore part of that. So we'll most likely be seeing a similar teaser to that again this year, but it is interesting seeing that the logo from last year is actually used as well here, which might just be a sort of leftover and that it'll be changed later on, but this is the Null Sector logo. Now Null Sector being an Omnic terrorist group using extreme methods to work towards Omnic rights. They were in the Uprising event and they were kind of the main sort of evil part of the Uprising event. The Omnics that you were fighting against were the Null Sector Omnics, and they have all those purple and black skins in the Uprising event, and Orisa and Bastion also got some Null Sector themed skins, so we will most likely be seeing a return of them. I'd be very surprised if they didn't use the same type of AI and the same type of models that they used last year on just a different map with a type of different story. So yeah, Null Sector most likely still involved, but who knows. So this new Archives event is looking very likely to also be getting a teaser next week, as we saw the teaser last year about 1 week ahead of the actual event, and then the actual in-game event should be going live from around April 10th to May 1st, if it follows roughly the same time frame as last year. Alright, that is about it. That's about everything we know. Let me know what you guys think as per usual, and yeah, hopefully this Archives event turns out to be a lot of fun. So far it's looking promising, but you know what I'm like, I also kind of want story progression. It's always cool to look back at old Overwatch stuff, but yeah, new story progression would also be amazing. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.